Students, today we are going to discuss about ionic radii. First of all, we are going to discuss what do you mean by ions. See, we have two types of ion, cation or anion. Ions are formed from by losing the electron or gaining the electron. If any atom lose the electrons, then cations are formed, and if any atom gain the electrons, anions are formed. That means cations loss of electron, anions gain of electron. Let's take the example of sodium. Sodium has 11 electrons and its general electronic configuration is 281, and its above sequence is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. When one electron is lost, then its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. At that particular state, number of protons remains same but number of electrons decreases. Same as in the case of anion. Let's take the example of chlorine. Atomic number 17 and its general electronic configuration is 287. Its above sequence is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3p5. When it gains the electron, it becomes 3p6. Number of protons remains same and number of electrons increases. Now we have to discuss about their size. See students, when number of electrons decreases and number of protons remains same, that means effective nuclear charge increases, and which is responsible to decrease in size. Whereas in the case of anion, number of protons is lesser and number of electrons are greater. That means effective nuclear charge per electron decreases, so the size increases. So the definition part: effective nuclear charge per electron increases and electrons strongly attracted and pulled towards the nucleus, and which is responsible to decrease in size. Whereas in case of anion, effective nuclear charge per electron reduced because number of electron increases and electronic cloud tightly held by the nucleus, and this is increase in size. See here, so in the case of sodium, its atomic size is 186 picometer. When it loses one electron, its size is 95 picometer, that is the decrease in size. Whereas in case of chlorine, its atomic size is 99 picometer, and when it gains the electron, and at its case, its size increases. Now we are going to discuss our actual topic, that is ionic radii. What do you mean by ionic radii? Effective distance from the center of the nucleus of the ion up to which it has an influence in ionic bond. See student, ionic radii का मतलब है कि जब एटम में से इलेक्ट्रॉन निकल जाए या उसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन ऐड हो जाए, उसके बाद उसका न्यूक्लियस से आउटर मोस्ट वैलेंस शेल तक का जो डिस्टेंस होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज आयनिक रेडिई. दैट मीन्स आफ्टर गेनिंग और रिमूवल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, देन वी आर कैलकुलेटिंग इट्स size, and that size is called as ionic radii. Variation in ionic radii in group, that means down the group: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. Lithium, when it loses one electron, its atomic size, its ionic size is 60 picometer. And whereas in case of cesium, when it loses one electron, its size is 170 picometer. That means down the group, atomic radii increases, and reason is same, the principal quantum number increases. In case of lithium, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s, 1, and in case of sodium the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. When it loses one electron, its principal quantum number is 1, and in case of sodium when it loses one electron, its principal quantum number is 2. So after losing electron, again its principal quantum number increases and its size increases. Now another topic is very important topic, and that topic is isoelectronic species. First of all, we have to study about the what do you mean by isoelectronic species, and then we have to discuss the trend of their size. See, the species in which the number of elements are different, having same number of electrons. I am again repeating, these are the ionic species. They may be negatively charged or positively charged, but they have same number of electrons, is called as isoelectronic species. For example, in case of N3 negative, O2 negative, F negative, sodium positive, Mg2 positive, and aluminium 3 positive. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. After gaining the 3 electrons, having 10, it becomes 10. Oxygen original atomic number is 8. After gaining 2 electrons, it becomes 10. So whole the species have same number of electrons, so they are called as isoelectronic species. Now we have to discuss their atomic size. Ionic size, not atomic size. We have to discuss the ionic size because they are all having the charge. See, they have same number of electrons, but their nuclear charge, which is their atomic number, it is different. If atomic number increases or nuclear charge increases and number of electrons remains same, that means size shrinks, size decreases, because effective nuclear charge is greater and number of electrons is lesser one. Here if we are comparing this aluminium, it has 13 protons and 10 electrons. 13 protons are holding 10 electrons, and whereas in case of nitrogen, 7 protons holding 10 electrons. So nuclear charge in case of aluminium is more, so the aluminium ion has smaller size than sodium ion. I think so it's clear to you. Now we have to discuss the another topic, and this topic is again very important, and it is called as ionization energy, and nowadays it is also called as ionization enthalpy. We will discuss ionization energy with the help of example. See, we have taken the example of potassium. Atomic number 19. General electronic configuration is 2881, and above sequence is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and 4s1. So the outermost electron is present in fourth shell, s orbital. So here we have to discuss the ionization energy. Ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove outermost loosely bonded electron from its gaseous state. See, in the case of potassium, loosely bounded electron is present in fourth shell, so which is 1 in number. So the energy required to remove that outermost electron is called as ionization enthalpy. I am again repeating, the amount of energy required to remove outermost loosely bounded electrons is called as ionization energy or ionization enthalpy. Now the question arises, ma'am, why the energy is needed? Because this electron has to break down its effective nuclear charge. Here there is an attraction between nucleus and the electron. Nucleus is positively charged and electron is negatively charged. So this electron has to remove this intermolecular force of attraction. So the energy is required, and that energy is in term of joule per mole, kilojoule per mole. See the definition part. The energy required to remove mostly loosely bounded electron from the outer most gaseous atom of the element from its ground state is known as ionization potential. See, here there are number of cases in which more than one electron has to remove. For example, in case of aluminium, the 3 electrons are removed and it is in +3 form. So students, please keep in mind, these 3 electrons are not removed at single time. They are removed one by one. So the ionization energy 1, ionization energy 2 and ionization energy 3, and that energy is called as successive ionization energy or successive ionization enthalpy. Now we have to study the factors affecting the ionization energy. There are 4 or 5 factors which affect the ionization energy. Number 1, size of atom. Number 2, charge on the nucleus. Number 3, the screening effect of the inner electron, and penetration effect and electronic arrangement. We will discuss one by one. See student, if the size of atom is smaller, that means the size of atom is smaller, that means high amount of energy is required to remove the electron. If the size is smaller, the high ionization energy is required to remove the electron. At the same time, charge on nucleus. If the nucleus is strong, the protonic attraction of the electron is strong, it is difficult to remove the electron. Next is very important, that is called as screening effect of inner electrons. See, if we have to remove the electrons from its outer shell, that outer electrons are screened by inner electrons. If number of inner electrons are more, then the more energy is required to remove the electron. Ionization energy decreases with increase in screening effect of inner electron. अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, इनर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ज़्यादा हैं तो एनर्जी आउटर मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन को निकालने के लिए एनर्जी कम रिक्वायर्ड होगी. In a multi-electron system, outer electrons are shielded from the nucleus by the inner electrons. That means outermost electron पर जो न्यूक्लियर चार्ज इफेक्टिवली लगता है वो कम हो जाता है जब अंदर के इनर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ज़्यादा होते हैं. सो द आउटर मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन जो न्यूक्लियर चार्ज अफेक्ट करता है, फील करता है, उसे हम इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज कहते हैं. एंड इट इज़ कैलकुलेटेड एज Z effective is equal to total nuclear charge minus screening constant. Total nuclear charge minus screening constant, and screening constant is calculated by its number of inner electrons. Greater will be the number of inner electrons, Z effective will be less. Simple. अगर अंदर we have to remove the electrons, outermost electron. If we have to remove outermost electron and inner electrons which are present in innermost orbitals are greater, that means screening constant, screening electrons are more, and if Z effective is less. Next is your penetration effect. See, if we have to remove the electrons from s orbital, p orbital, d orbital or f orbital, then penetration effect play important role. As we all know, s electron is present inside, after that p, and then d is situated, and after that f orbital is located. So s orbital is near to the nucleus, so it is very difficult to remove the electron from the s orbital, then p or d or f orbital, and that is called as penetration effect. Next is your electronic arrangement. If we have to remove the electron from halfly filled or fully filled shells which are extra stable, extra amount of energy is required and high ionization energy is required. By these all 5 factors, we studied ionization energy along the period or along the group. See students, first of all we are going to discuss trend of ionization energy along the period. Along the period means beryllium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. When we are moving horizontally, we are expecting the nuclear charge increases. When we are moving left to right, nuclear charge increases, ionization energy increases. But at the certain point, there is a certain changes. For example, beryllium to boron. The beryllium has high ionization energy than boron. And when we are moving from nitrogen to oxygen, again nitrogen having high ionization energy than oxygen. We have to discuss this trend, and this trend is discussed or explanation is given first in case of beryllium or boron. Beryllium, the electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2, and whereas in case of boron, the electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p1. So here beryllium is more stable electronic configuration, and it is difficult to remove the electron, and high ionization energy is needed. Same in the case of nitrogen, electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p3. And in case of oxygen, the electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p4. If we are comparing these electronic configuration, nitrogen is halfly filled, and it is difficult to remove halfly filled and fully filled orbitals. So nitrogen having high ionization energy than oxygen. Then neon has maximum ionization energy along the period because due to its stable electronic configuration. Variation down the group. As we move down the group, atomic size increases, shielding effect of outermost electron increases, so ionization energy decreases. There is no variation, simple trend is followed. Atomic size increases, ionization energy decreases. Now variation in successive ionization energy. In case of aluminium, first electron is removed, after that second electron is removed, after that third electron is removed, one by one. Keep focusing on their ionization energy. First ionization energy is less, second ionization energy is greater, and third ionization energy is much more than 1 and 2, because number of electrons decreases but nuclear charge remains same. If we are taking the example of aluminium, the number of electrons are 13. One electron is lost, there is 11, then 12, then here the one electron is lost, 12, 11 and 10. So number of electron decreases but nuclear charge, that means number of protons is same, 13. So the remaining electrons tightly held by the nucleus, and it is very difficult to remove the electrons. In a simple logic, we can say that if the nuclear charge increases, ionization energy increases. Thank you, students.